Hello guys, I am happy to see you back here, and I'm really excited for this video as I think it will bring a lot of value to your trading as it is mine. And in this video I am going to share with you how my Notion looks like, how I do my ASR, my advanced self-review. So as I said in the previous video, advanced self-review is the process in which you log all your activity in the markets, and by the end of the week you do a deep focus session where you just review it and you see what you could have done better, what you did wrong, and what you did right, so you can repeat those processes. In this video I'm going to go through all my weekly ASR templates, all my forecasting templates, all my missed trades templates. So without any further ado, let's jump to the computer. So Notion is where I document all my market activity as well as other information such as my goals, my book notes, my monthly expenses. I think it is a really good way to keep you on track with everything you do, and so I use it for a lot of different things. But since this is about my ASR, let's dive into weekly ASR. In my weekly ASR, I log all the trades I took in that month and I reflect on them. With this template, I analyze the trade, I write down the emotions that I felt, I write down all the lessons that I took from that trade. I also leave a screenshot of my forecasting, the screenshot of the trade before I took it, so the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and how I managed the trade. Finishing off with some questions that I make myself, such as what could I do next time in a similar situation to maximize your profit potential. Maybe it can be something like management or entering too early. I asked myself if the trade was congruent with my plan and if I would execute this trade on £1 million account, because that is the main goal. Isn't only £1 million, but I mean a goal is to trade this at scale, and if you are taking trades on a smaller account that you wouldn't take on £1 million account, why are you doing it? You won't trade that at scale, so don't get those habits when you have a small account. And I finish off with notes, and that is where I log maybe my thoughts during the trade, what I could have done better, and it's similar to the emotions and lessons side of things, but is where I am not that formal. So I am just going to show you an example now. So we have here a trade that I took on euro dollar, and it was a long position with a 16 pip stop, opened on the 3rd of September and closed 1 week after. It was a descending channel, and here are all the confluence factors that make me take the trade. The profit and loss, the style, which is risk entry or reduced risk entry, and the grade of the setup, if it was a high probability, a good probability, valid or bad setup. So I analyze the trade. As you can see, I analyze the trade. I write down the emotions I felt. For example, I almost got taken out when it formed the tweezer bottoms, and I only stayed in because I increased my stop size, so I had 1% risk on the table. So I was supposed to enter with a 15 pip stop, but I changed it to I think 17 or 16, and that is why I stayed in the trade. I also have my emotions after the trade, which I could have managed a little bit more aggressive when I saw that things were changing, and I could have changed the result that I took from it. The lessons I took, so a management mistake, what I could have done. The forecasting, I didn't put the forecasting here. So the screenshots, so the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the entry, and the trade management. And afterwards I just respond to all the questions. So another example is dollar yen, because I didn't want just show the good side of things. So I took a loss on dollar yen on the 1st of November. It was a short 15.5 pip stop. It was a hover, all the confluence factors -1, as I only risk 1% every time. If I would take the trade again, no, I wouldn't. And trade analysis, emotions, I noticed that I was greedy, and instead of taking a reduced risk, I took a risk entry, which did result in a loss. So my forecasting, my screenshots, the daily, the 1 hour, and the trade management, which was the loss, is trades. And as the name says, it is where I document all the trades that I missed in that month and why I missed it, if I wasn't neutral enough or maybe I wasn't in the charts. And the information logged is similar to my normal ASR, but it has some different questions, such as why didn't I take the trade, what was the biggest lesson after not taking the trade, what I could do next time, was this trade in my trading plan, and if I would take the trade in a £1 million account. Watching an example, for example, in October I missed out on 8 trades, which would have resulted in 38% extra in my results. And for example, euro pounds. So euro pounds, it was at 3 p.m. ascending within ascending. It would have resulted in a 10% trade. This is my trade analysis, what I did. Forecasted the position, saw everything, but I literally was just waiting for a 1 hour retracement. But at the same time, EuroCAD was giving me a clean setup. I decided to take EuroCAD, and yeah, I missed out on a big position. I logged why I didn't take the trade, if it would be a trade I took on a £1 million account, and the screenshots. So yeah, it was a really clean trade. 1, 2, 3, ascending within the bigger ascending. Yeah, looking back, it was a really clean trade, but I did talk myself out of it. That's why I missed it. So this serves as a way for you to understand the possible results you can have within your strategy, and understand what you are lacking or what you are continuously doing that makes you miss out on these positions. For example, here was talking myself out of the trade or taking another trade. Moving on to forecasting, and if you saw my previous video, you know how important forecasting is in my trading journey. And I think it is valuable for you to know how I forecast trades. I forecast every day in the morning and in the evening, but I only document my forecasts in the morning. So documenting my forecast is really simple. I just pop onto my top 6 in wildcards, and I see the ones that might be ready soon, and I forecast the different scenarios. So I have the date on here, the pairs I'm looking at, and the screenshots. So this is just my template, so I have all the pairs that I trade, and then moving on to a forecasting month. So first of November, the pairs that I forecasted, the screenshots, and so on for the rest of the month. On Friday, after market closes, I do a review on all the pairs, and I try to select a few that might be ready next week and tag them. On Saturday, I view all the pairs, and I do my watch list for next week. I forecast on Saturday too, and on Sunday, after forecasting again, I watch the Sunday market breakdown from Falcon, and then compare my forecasts with Mark's ones, and following up with me doing a Sunday market breakdown for myself. So I started doing Sunday market breakdowns. So if I ever find myself doubting something, I just go to the Sunday market breakdown that I did. I see if I actually forecasted the trade and my emotions while I was neutral. So I go to TradingView, I just record myself and forecast every trade just like market does on the Sunday market breakdown. As you can see, it is really easy because I think that the more easier it is, the more likely we will do it every day and have a habit of doing it. I hope you took some value from it. Maybe you take the way I forecast and start doing yourself, or just try it out to see if you are more likely to forecast this way, or just keep on forecasting how you forecast. So, trade recaps is one piece of content that Falcon releases every 2 weeks, in which Mark reviews all the trades he took. To take advantage of that content, I watched the trade recap once and I just listened to it. On the second time I see it, I take notes on Notion. So for example, let's go to August trade recap, where Mark finished on 28% and the dollar yen position. I document basically as I document my trades. I do all the analysis, the lessons I took from it, and I respond to these questions. For example, if I took the trade, if not, why not? Was the trade congruent with my trading plan? And what can I do next time to take advantage of the trade? It's extremely valuable to be able to compare my results and trades taken with someone that has been trading for more than 10 years. So if you are in Falcon or in any community, I suggest you try to make the most out of the content they produce, ingrain it in your brain in as many different ways as possible so you get a good grasp of the strategy. Backtesting I will leave for another video, as I can go more deeply into it and explain how I backtest like deeply. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you took a lot of value from it. Leave a comment if you did. Leave a comment if you want me to cover anything specific, be it in Notions, be it in more specifically how I forecast, and so on. Just give me ideas and I will do them. Don't forget to subscribe, follow my Instagram, and leave a like on the video if you actually liked it. And I will see you soon, everyone. Bagus!
Yeah.